Johnny Manziel would be proud. In their first season of the post-Jimbo Fisher era, the Texas A&M Aggies were national champions, the winners of the first ever 12-team playoff. That bracket was also very hit and miss, mostly because of the mega conferences. Of the 12 teams, 10 were from the Power 4 conferences, with Liberty getting the group of 6 berth and Notre Dame, who were tied with the best record in the nation, had to settle for the 7 seed. Despite this, they made it all the way to the Final Four before losing to the eventual champions, while 9 seed Oklahoma State made it all the way to the championship game, embarrassing the top-ranked Michigan Wolverines on the way. While supporters of the current system pointed towards 7 upsets in 11 games as proof the format worked, most noted the strange playoff seeding that was a result of the mega conferences. Oregon finished as 3rd in the AP poll after the regular season, but because they didn't win their conference, they had to settle for the 5 seed. On the other side, 8-4 Arizona got the 11 seed and even scored a 3-point win over the Georgia Bulldogs. So the mega conferences meant we no longer lived in a world where 2 or 3 losses were the end of a contender season. While no school was concerned after one season that worked out how everyone thought it would, some schools began internal talks about jumping ship, most notably in the ACC, who were the only Power 4 conference to only have a single school in the playoff, and who had issues before the season had even begun. At the very least, one ACC member had a season end on a high note, as the Miami Hurricanes had won just their 2nd bowl game in 20 years, pouring it onto upstart North Texas, who went out with a whimper after being runners-up for the American Athletic Conference. Still, this marked progress for the team on the field, surely thanks to the return of head coach Derek Carrott III. Off the field, it appeared the future was even brighter. Entering the offseason with a slew of 4-star prospects, the Mean Green knew that a step-back season was probably on the way, as redshirt senior quarterback Chandler Morris was being replaced by a true freshman, and even being a 4-star, struggles were to be expected. The same was true for all of the new recruits, which included quite a few new starters on offense. But obviously, a strong first showing would ease any doubts no matter how disastrous 2025 turned out. Carrott wasn't done with recruiting, and he was about to have his first shot at the transfer portal, so while his class sat just inside the top 40, he was hoping to finish even higher while also maximizing the current roster of young stars like Landon Sides and Taylor Starling. 1 year in, and this return couldn't have got off to a better start. What's up, guys? I'm Shane, and welcome to the Year 1 offseason of our North Texas Mean Green Dynasty. So there won't be a lot of big changes going into this season. However, there is one thing I wanted to do, which we'll do when we get to custom conferences, and that is that UMass is going to the MAC, because in real life, they will be rejoining the MAC after they left for a while. So I will be moving them there. Otherwise, I'm not doing any big conference changes, nothing like that this season. That stuff's going to come later. Because even though we went 8-6, we had a decent year, I kept bouncing back and forth between All-American, Heisman, and screwing this up and screwing that up, and we'll look at the stats later, but you will never see an interception total as high as that in any dynasty, I don't think. I think I'm going to hold that record amongst all YouTubers, because most people have pride, and they're competitive. I don't have either of those things. I'm a little competitive, as much as you can naturally be, but I'm not like, if I'm losing in a game, you saw what happened, I'm just going to start chucking 4 verts to see what can happen. But as far as interceptions, I don't care. My favorite player growing up was Brett Favre. My current favorite player is Josh Allen. The hell with picks. Throw them. Take the risk. Let's see what happens. So, yeah, but I hope I never throw, I think it's 42 interceptions in a season again, which is absurd. But moving on with the off-season, obviously we knew from the end of the last episode that Texas A&M won the Natty, which was exciting. And also if you flip through the other page, the head coach of Miami is not returning after a 10-3 season, which I thought was kind of weird until I realized he took the Oklahoma job. So to any Miami fans, that's where you're at. People are leaving you for the better job. Now, the first thing I want to look at is All-Americans, because we didn't. And Ragsdale finishes first team All-National. I guess that's what we're calling it. First team All-American for halfback. We didn't have anyone else first team, I don't believe, and I don't think we had anyone second team. But we did have some freshman All-Americans, which were Starling. No, we only had the one. Okay, never mind. Starling made it as all freshmen. And then all-conference. So, they have a freshman all-conference now. So, the other tight end, who I'm going to have to cut just because I can't get his name right. Or I'll Google it, one of the two. We had our center make it, which is weird because he wasn't starting, but they needed someone, I guess. The D-tackle, who was starting against my wish. Starling and Nelson. I didn't realize Nelson was also a freshman. But first team all-conference, so Ragsdale, Sides, who had a ridiculous last half of the season. Or even it's the last couple of games. Brown in his senior year making all-conference first team. And then second team, Blair made it at left guard. And that was it. Now, I want to flip through season stats real quick. See, I don't like this screen now compared to the NCAA one because I could hide the interceptions. It could be a big reveal. Now it's just smack dab in the middle. But Morris ended up leading the nation with 1 yard short of 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 42 picks, a 58% completion percentage, but a lot of that was chucking the ball up, experimenting, all that other kind of stuff. He doesn't have a future in the pros, I don't think, so we didn't really wreck anything. He just had a good old time. Earl came out here for 4 pass attempts. I have no recollection of this. I don't remember him coming out here. Rushing Ragsdale, 1,437 yards. He's no longer leading the nation. He fell back by about 100 yards because we were throwing the ball up so much. He didn't get anything stats-wise at the end of the season. 11 touchdowns. Did have 2 fumbles. Longest of only 34. So again, like, he's a bruiser. We're not really going to be getting him on those long 80-yard touchdowns. Evans came in here, only 46 carries. I wanted more out of him. 145 yards with 4 touchdowns. He also had a fumble. And then Price had 13 yards and a touchdown. And then a lot of zeros. And then we got to keep scrolling. Ward had 1 for -2. And Morris had 55 for -3, but 2 touchdowns. Those sacks wiped out anything he had. But I wasn't scrambling much. And I'm wondering if I'm going to ever learn how to scramble. If I got to rely on the option game. Or if I should just start taking pocket passers. Because I might just start taking pocket passers. Fun fact, before I started this channel, I never used scrambling quarterbacks. I couldn't figure them out. And now it's the only thing I can live with. Anyway, Sides finishes with 101 catches, 1,853 yards. Easily lead the nation on that. 14 touchdowns. He set some team records. We'll go over that. Ward at 59 for 923, 5 touchdowns. We almost had 2,000-yard receivers. And if you look, not a lot for the halfback, so we've changed that. Cowtie at 33 for 446, 2 touchdowns. I can't wait to upgrade him. He's honestly, I'm probably going to ask him, or suggest to him that he leaves, because you don't cut players anymore. I'll suggest that he transfers, because I'm going to have 2 tight ends who are going to be better than him. Little spoiler, I had to jump forward to see if I could name recruits before I did this episode, so I could let you guys know ahead of time, which by the time you're seeing this episode, we've already named the recruits. I wanted to see if I could name the recruits, and I saw some of the training results as I scrolled. I wasn't looking for them, but tight end was like just who I scrolled to. I just was curious, and both of the incoming tight ends are going to be better than Cowtie. So he's going to be 3rd in the depth chart. I'm just going to let him go. And it'll clear up room because we got freshmen who will be sophomores next year underneath. So I'd rather him, he'll be a redshirted senior next year. Rather him not take up the space. Conrad at 20 for 409, 5 touchdowns. He had some big moments here and there. Evans actually making it through the air, 45 for 332, touchdowns. Ragsdale 25 for 263 and a touchdown. Carnez had 13, 259, 3 touchdowns. The other tight end 21 for 237 and a touchdown before somehow he got benched. I don't know how that happened. And then these guys were kind of there. Oh, it even shows the downs played. So Lee gave up 8 sacks on 1,000 downs played. Blair gave up 4 on 1030. Moore gave up 4 on 811. That's right, because I started them on opposite sides. Dixon had 993 snaps and only allowed 1 sack. They're not giving me pancake numbers, so I guess those aren't as important anymore. Allen leading the team with 112 total tackles. I believe he's my only player on this roster with a star development. Everyone else, I've got some impact, but that's like a few, mostly normal development. But yeah, he's got star development. I've got no one with elite. So he's actually got the most potential out of anyone on this roster. But he just finished his sophomore redshirt season. So we're running out of time with him. But Young with 99 tackles, which I didn't even know he was out here that much. Nelson had 96 tackles, Wazlowski 88, and he's also potentially going to be trying to transfer out of here. I'm going to hope that he stays. Tashada 78, Starling 66, Anderson 65. So Wazlowski and then a lot of secondary. Brown at 56. My middle linebackers, here's Callaway. I've got to figure out how they adapt the playbook because I got that 4-star linebacker coming in. Where do I put him? Because my middle linebacker didn't do squat. Usually middle linebacker's leading the team, but it was my left and then my right. So is Callaway never out here? Is that the player who gets taken off the field in the 4-2? I'll figure it out. Brown leading the team with 20 TFLs, 3 sacks. That is realistic sack numbers. That is not what we had with the last couple seasons of Monmouth where they're picking up 15 sacks a season. And then Dawkins with 19, Brown with 17, Wazlowski 12, Vilea with 11, Nelson with 10. Vilea led the team with 4 sacks, 3.5 for Dawkins, 3.5 for Brown, and obviously Roderick had 3, Anderson 3, Keith Smith with 3. I'm gonna get all the Smiths backwards. Tashada led the team with 4 picks. He had a pick 6 at one point. Right? He only had the 1. He might have had another one. Allen with 2, Wazlowski 2, and both of his were user picks, so that's actually me who gets credit for that. Starling had 2, including a pick 6 as well. Nelson had 1, Young had 1. So not a lot of interceptions, but it seemed like it happened more often. I guess it didn't. Tashada leading the team with 10 deflections. They don't like the names on here. Starling with 9, Young with 8, Wazlowski 6, Nelson 6, 5 for Allen Jr. Young, Allen, Dawkins, Brown, Smith, Shipley, McCoy, and Rawsaw. Him won't be on the team either. They all forced fumbles. Young and Dawkins scooping up 2 apiece. Brown and Brown picking up 1 each. Yeah, Tashada and Starling with the 2 pick 6s. Conrad leading the way with 712 kick return yards with a touchdown. Because, again, Starling got benched on accident. Sheffield at 512. So you won't have one person doing the whole thing with kick returns. It'll be a split load, which is fine. Starling will be back on kick returns next season. I don't know who else I'm going to have with him. We'll have to look at the new people. 11 of 18 on field goals. That kick meter is unforgiving. And we only missed 1 extra point, which is better than I thought. All right, I've still got 2 basically coach points I can spend. We're going to hold on to them. We're going to jump forward a week, though, and I want to... I don't remember what our team needs are, so I want to save them in case I need them in the offseason. All right, players leaving. Yeah, Wazlowski, we got a medium chance of keeping him. I'd like to. He stayed. Okay, cool. Sheffield, I'm not as worried about. I'd like to keep him, but if he goes, I'll live. No, he left. And then Jackson, we got a good chance of keeping. I think I want to keep him. He stayed. Okay, cool. And then these are all our graduates. And yeah, Brown is not getting drafted. Morris ain't getting drafted. And those were the 2 best. Tashada's at 84. I've seen some people pop up as like 7th round picks. And obviously they don't tell you if they're undrafted free agents. But that doesn't help us anyways, so. That's okay. All right, transfer portal. Now, are our guys going to be in here? And who is interested in coming here? Well, I already got 2 quarterbacks. I don't really need another one. Now, this says I need 4 quarterbacks. Do I need 4 additional quarterbacks? Because I feel like I do not want to carry that many quarterbacks. It says we've got 3, and I've signed 2. It should be good. Right? Should be good. I don't want that many of this. A fullback, yeah, we'll go for one of them. So left tackle, we signed a left tackle. We didn't technically get a guard. We got 1 center. We got 3 right guards. So we can move someone around if we have to. We got a right tackle. There's 5 left ends here. It says we have 4. Oh yeah, because it's not counting him. And right end, we're targeting 1 more. I don't know. I'm not worried. We're switching schemes to the 4-2-5 anyways. D-tackle, probably could use another one. Linebacker, we got 2. We got another middle linebacker coming in. Yeah, and cornerback, I think we're okay. We didn't find any, so I guess if we can get our hands on a cornerback, because we got the 277 free safeties. One will move over, probably Anderson over to strong safety. Does this want me to carry 2 punters? Is that what it's trying to tell me? Because I'm not doing that. All right, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at who's already on our board first. Those are the priority. Like, this guy... Yeah, we'll schedule him a visit. We'll bring him in this week. We suck at everything he likes, so we'll look at championship contender. Oh, we haven't signed this guy yet. Okay, well, the computer signed him, so I guess we got a good chance. This guy's a bust. Which means he's only going to have normal development. But I still want that funny last name. The fullback's a bust, too. That's okay, I'll never see the field. So who's this recommending me? Alright, well, who are we first on any of these guys? Do anyone want to add any of your people? It's suggesting a 4-star right end. Okay. I want a 4-star... We are 4th on this cornerback's board. He's a transfer. Yeah, I'll give him a shot. Alright, so I guess we'll look at these 2 next week. I at least offered this guy a scholarship. The transfer portal moves quick, though. You know, we can probably get by without his points. We give him right to that cornerback. Because I'm not worried about busts or anything like that with the transfers. He is what he is. 4-star junior could be good. So I'll give it a shot. And if we don't get him, we don't get him. I'm not going to lose sleep. Alright, draft results. Did we get surprised by anyone? We did not. Alright, let's go to next week. We got the 3-star receiver. We got the 4-star tight end. We got most of our hours back. Oklahoma's going hard after this guy. I don't think we stand a chance, but I'll bring him in for a visit. We know he wants proximity to home. So we can bring him in. We cannot hard sell him yet because we don't actually know all of his stuff. This guy's a 4-star bust at right guard, but we could use backups. We can bring this center in. He likes proximity. I'm just bringing in people who want to be close to home. It's probably the best way to do it. I have to try this hard with the fullback. He's a bust. I just want to have one on the roster. I don't even care. Bring Metropolis in. A+ playing style sounds good. I'm mad we lost out on him. We already brought the punter in for a visit, so we're good on that. Bring the safety in for a visit now. He cares about proximity to home, but he's in California, so we don't do well on that. So we're gonna give him a trophy tour. Welcome to the conference that used to be the Big East. Row we're fighting for. Big lead on the punter. We need the punter. We need another D tackle. I don't care if he's a bust. Just bring him in. Should be okay with a lot of these guys, honestly. I still got 75 hours left. So I think what we'll go after this linebacker. We'll go after this D tackle. And hopefully between the 2 of them, we don't have them scouted, and I don't care. We just need to add bodies to this team. And there we go. We jumped up to number 30 class. Because we signed 2 3-star tight ends. Or 2 4-star tight ends. Seems unnecessary. But they do different things. So running 12 personnel ought to be fun. There we go. We got that center. He's a gem, so hopefully he's got some good development. Rowe and Brooks, we are number 2, which is unfortunate because Brooks is that 4-star transfer. But we're first place on pretty much everyone else we're going after, so that's shaping up well. All sorts of hours again. Vaughn, we got in the bag pretty much. Fighting UCLA pretty hard for this guy here. Just gotta keep away from Texas State here. I want my punter. No one wants this D tackle. I feel like we should have been going after this kicker the whole time. It's fine, he kind of sucks anyways. We're on top for this punter. I might just double down on punter. Yeah, we're not getting this guy. OU is like way ahead. They haven't even scheduled their visit yet. Yeah, there's some people who maybe I should have grabbed from the transfer portal before, but it's already too late on all of them. So let's go to the last week. I added a fullback on there. I don't know if it's enough. We got another tight end. Yep. He goes to Oklahoma. That's cool. Oh, we got this is the last week here. So I think UCLA is getting away with Rowe. That's fine. We got the punter. That should be no problem. Definitely got the D tackle. Definitely got this safety. We got this fullback. I threw points at Everett just because I had him. Like, I'm not really interested in him, but like, I don't know. Possession receiver. He might come in clutch at some point, even if I end up cutting him in a couple of years. This free safety we got. The kicker is not the one I'm looking for. Again, I'm doubling down on punter. Might as well. This middle linebacker we pretty much got. I don't even have to really check with any of them. D tackle we got. Kearns. Again, 4-star bust, but I don't care because even normal development, I'll take him. He could still be like a 75 overall and just be a backup guard and we'll be fine. And in this fullback, we're not even on his board. That sucks. It's fine. I'm just wondering, is there anyone I can add late in here? Like, this right tackle? No, because look at how far Mississippi State is up on us. So I don't think we can go after him. Might just throw him on there just because we have 195 points. Baylor's going to have him wrapped up. Texas Tech has this guy. These ones are wrapped up. Gonzalez. That's the one where I probably should have looked at him before, honestly. Try and go after another quarterback, I guess. 2 of them here, actually. Like I said, it's probably too late. Because we're not on either of their boards, so I think it's too late. Alright, our board is officially full now. So what we'll do is I'm just going to throw a ton of points at these people. Alright, I probably screwed up that whole thing. I probably should have added them all on the first week, but it's fine. It's fine. We're learning. Our class is good. Let's jump forward and see if we don't sign, hopefully, a few of these guys. We got our punter. We got that extra D tackle. We got the free safety. The other free safety. The other tight end. The middle linebacker. The other D tackle. The other halfback. We got the fullback. And we didn't get one of the quarterbacks anyways. In Rowe, we did not get. We leveled up again, which is great. Jump down to the bottom of the board. So we actually did get this quarterback. I threw more points at this guy, but he went to Tulsa. So good, we got another one. We didn't get this right tackle, which is fine. We signed 2 fullbacks. Webb went to Texas Tech. And Rowe we did not get, but we saw that coming. We signed everyone else. So where do we finish with our class rank? Now I'm curious. We finished with number 22. I had a better draft class, or recruiting class, with North Texas, with the limited options, than with Syracuse. And that's the power of the pipelines. And that's the power of having a team in Texas with the proximity to home and taking full advantage of that. Syracuse is a group of 4 school with some history, but in a terrible pipeline. So you got to talk people to come up there. North Texas has no history. They just got Mean Joe Green and then like Stone Cold Steve Austin and half of the Von Erich brothers. That's their history. And then like that Lance Dunbar season and Darden returned a kick for Tampa Bay at one point. But that just the location. That's why like this is a good introductory team. Like this kind of region is a good like they're bad, but you're in a good location. I'm trying to think, what's the most challenging team that you can try and rebuild? Buffalo's probably up there now with how bad they are overall and given, but they're close to Ohio. It's probably UConn. Or it's UConn or UMass, that area. Maybe it's because I'm so familiar with that area. That's why I think that. But North Texas is not a challenging first build, which is why I did it the first time, and this is sort of why I went back to it this time. But 22 overall class. We're beating out Iowa, Florida State, Kentucky, Arkansas. We beat Florida. Number 5 in the nation, Utah. We beat out Coach Prime. Like, there's some teams. There's Syracuse. We beat some teams here. Oklahoma State goes to the national championship. We got a better class than them. Take that, SMU. We scouted the same area. Now we got to play with position changes. And, you know, we get to see their overalls. Like I said, I know a couple of them, but not all of them. We can't position change the new guys? Can I do that later? So both the fullbacks are 65 overall. Oh, we can't see their thing yet. Yeah, none of the freshmen are on here. Okay. I guess there, look, because I got Qualls and I got Cherry here. Yeah, so Cherry's a 74, Qualls a 71, so Cowtie with training results, like if he has a good off-season training, he could overtake. But Qualls is going to be our number 1. And then Cherry will be a blocking back, and I'll actually dig through, because I got a little bit until I actually record the next, like, episode. For you guys, you'll see it soon, but for me, it's going to be a little gap. I'm going to play around with the formations and make sure I got Cherry out here when I need him, and otherwise we're going full out with Qualls. So Varine's only a 64, which is upsetting. My centers are terrible. I was so excited. Kern's, on the other hand, 75 overall, and Fredrickson's a 74. But I think they got terrible development, but I don't care. I really don't care. And the right tackle is a 75. And we've got a 76 already at left tackle. And Dixon's a 78 at left guard. So you'll start. Kearns, what are you going to be as a center? I can't move him, apparently. I want to put Kearns at center. I can't move any of them, apparently. Do I not have enough guards? Is that why? I can move Dixon. Alright, so Dixon, I'm going to put you at center then, since I can't move the other ones. So then our offensive line should be Lee starting. And then we'll have Dixon at center. And these guys, hopefully over time, will develop really well. I'll have Kearns at... I'll probably leave him at right guard, put Fredrickson at left guard. And then Robledo at right tackle. Boozer's a 71 overall freshman, so he'll be starting right away. D-tackle, Cherry's only a 67. Like, we got to see what their development is, though. Like, I know Metropolis is only going to be a normal development. I didn't even check the rest of them. So we'll figure out the development, and that'll sort of dictate what my depth chart is. So Wazlowski's a 74. This guy's a 67. I signed another linebacker. Where is he? Some of the people on this roster aren't here. So Allen is a 77 strong safety, 77 free safety. Anderson is also the same. I'd rather have the run supporter at strong safety. So Allen at free safety, Anderson strong safety. Safeties are in pretty good shape because, again, Allen's got that elite development. And then Anderson has impact. So hopefully they get a little bit in the offseason. Hopefully they're pretty good. Our overall is down to 76, 76, 77. But it's fine. We got a 71 punter and a 68 punter. That's actually not bad. Look at this guy's kick power, 91. What I can do is use this guy just as a kickoff specialist, because all he's got to do is kick it straight and as far as possible. So Hewitt is going to have value. Okay, we're going to play with that. Are the new people on the roster right here? No, see, they're not on the roster yet. So I got to advance another week and before I can actually see what the new guys all look like. Okay, training results time. I saw something when I was jumping forward, and I want to know if it happens again, because it was wild. So Starling's up to a 90 overall. That's not even what I was looking at. Sides is an 83. When I did it last time, so it is different. Sides was a 92 overall wide receiver. His speed's up to a 99. Sides is incredible. But Starling went up to a 90. After I trashed him all year, he's a 90. McCollum goes to a 74, so big improvement. He'll still be our backup, but that's pretty good. Ragsdale only up to an 85. Evans an 84, and I think they both have impact, and they got nothing. 73 and 73 for these guys, plus I got some freshmen. Sides an 83, Carnez an 81. That's easily workable. This guy goes up to a 77. Okay. They need some more time, but they've all got another year. If I can start targeting sides a lot and get him to jump up, wide receivers should be all set. But I'm definitely going to need to bring in some bodies because they're all young, but I don't know how many of them actually have good development. Like, sides has impact. Carnez is just normal, though. Kautai goes up to a 74. Why is Cherry showing up here? Where are my quarterbacks? Why can't I see my quarterbacks, but I can't see my halfbacks? There are my fullbacks. Now they're here. So confused. So Kautai would actually be number 1, but we're going to tell him to take a hike. And then Qualls is all the way down here, actually. So Qualls is going to be way down. We're going to tell Kautai he can go because he's just going to be clogging up room. Qualls is 84 speed, 89 excel, and then Cherry's got 75, 80. But big differences in their catching stats. I guess not that big a difference, but we're going to start Qualls, I think. Lee only goes up to a 77, so actually this guy here, the redshirted freshman's a 74. What do you have? You have a normal dev trait. You had normal as well. You're a senior. I'm probably going to tell him to go too. Nelson goes up to 73, but he won't be starting. Our center went up to an 82. I moved Dixon over, and then this guy, out of nowhere, he's also got impact development. Dixon's just the odd man out. He's a swing tackle now. I'll probably just start him at one of the guards. I don't know. I'll play with red shirts and stuff, because he's also got impact, so he's not a waste. Our right tackle goes up to 75. It might be worth redshirting a couple of these guys. But look at that, 82, 81, 84. So the defense definitely got a little bit better. Although Boozer's still starting here. But 76, 76, 74 for the other right side, like the other right ends. D tackle, so 74 to 72, and we still got the freshman here. Definitely looking for some impact. Homewood jumped Wazlowski. Convince him to stay, and then he gets benched anyways. Linebackers are looking a lot better. Yeah, 90 for Starling. Stroud an 82. Bryce, who I think also has an impact development, he goes up 79. But this guy is a freshman. He's on a red shirt. Normal development. Jumps up to an 82. Nelson's also normal. I thought he was an impact. I guess not. Yeah, so honestly, yeah. So Starling will be our number 1. And then this guy's 99 speed, 95 excel, 95 speed for Bryce. That'll be our 1, 2, 3 for sure. Even though Nelson is younger, but look at the speed difference. I'm going to want Bryce out there. Allen's 78. This guy is almost up there. This guy's a freshman, is almost up there. Like, the training results are wild. I moved Anderson over here, and he got jumped by Goodson anyways. I mean, Allen's going to start just because he's got the elite. Oh, this guy's got star. He doesn't have elite, does he? He's just got star. I've got 2 safeties with star development. I didn't realize it. Schaefer will be starting. And I will probably... This guy's only normal development. Anderson is impact. I'll try and redshirt him. Even though playing time is deal breaker. We'll figure it out. Alright, pretty good training results. Team should be overall better, except I don't know who our quarterback is. Because he's not on the roster for some reason. Alright, so real quick, we're going to go custom conferences. Like I said, I'm just going to take UMass and we're going to move them to the MAC. Because that's where they're going anyways. It means nothing. They're probably going to be an irrelevant program this whole time. Now we're going to encourage some transfers because what do we have? We need to get 4 people to go. Bobenmeyer's a 77. And then a 65 and a 69 for these 2. So McCollum will be a good backup, even though obviously he's going to be pocket passer. But Bobenmeyer, okay. Bobenmeyer might be the future. He might be the savior right here. 2 freshmen here. I thought Azura would be a little bit better, and he's terrible. Now, this guy's worse. This guy's a 55 overall. I'll come back. I only need to cut 4 people, so it doesn't have to be anything crazy. First, we're gonna go tight ends because we have a lot of them on the roster now. This guy's a 59 overall. He can go. We're probably just gonna cut tight ends and leave everyone else. Kautai, I'm sorry, you did good for us, bud. Go play somewhere else because you're not gonna get any playing time here. Because we're gonna go Qualls number 1, Cherry number 2, then somehow you're still going to be on here, and then we'll have Young. Like, it's going to be so far down. 73. Oh, it's going by the bumps that we get with the coach skills, too. All right, this guy can go. We don't need to carry all these centers, and he's a senior anyway, so he's not going to get any better. Irving is a 74 overall middle linebacker. He will be starting for us. I don't even care what his development trait is. Right, I got to cut one more person. Get rid of this guy. Actually, I didn't check his dev trait. I'll take the risk. I'm carrying a lot of kickers, though. So this guy's got slightly worse accuracy, slightly worse power, but he's a year younger. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this kicker. It's still redded out, even though it's 85 at 85. I don't think I have to cut anyone else. But just in case, I'm going to get rid of this wide receiver just to be safe. I think we're good there. We got a lot of safeties on this roster, but it's fine. I don't know why upgrade coach skills is on here twice. I don't know if like there's supposed to be a reset coach skills. It feels like they're not going that way though. So I need. Do I want secondary? Or do I want receiver for next season? I'm not worried about running back. We only need one. I don't want to invest points in that right now. Linebacker, I'm not worried about either. I'm not worried about kickers and punchers because we just signed 2 punchers. And for now, like, we'll probably do these 4 eventually because I don't think I'm close to being maxed out. I'm only level 11. I got some room. And then what do I have here? Like, do I want to put it in recruiting? I think I'm going to put it in recruiting. I think wide receiver is a bigger need. And then we'll throw the points into here. Next time we level up, we'll max that out anyways. And then that'll be all I go after this season. And then we'll go back into motivator. Because I would like to go for the quarterback one here to get Bobenmeyer more training results. But I also really need to do offensive line because we've got some really good offensive linemen. And I want to get them bumped up. All right, so I want to go into like seeing what these development traits are for our players. But I wanted to track it down and see where Cowtie went. Because they did say that they would transfer and actually go to another school, and he sure enough did. There's Cowtie. He went to Memphis, so we won't see him, I don't think, because he's the backup. Memphis is in rough shape. Like, looking at their roster and, like, is this really what we're going to be looking at? So they're an 83, 82, 84. They're going to have a 71 overall quarterback, whichever one they pick. It's going to be low overall. Halfbacks decent. Fullbacks are about us. Wide receivers a little iffy. Tight ends are strength. Good, like, decent offensive line. Definitely anchored and boosted by this guy here, by Xavier Hill, who's a 96. But, like, looking through their roster, it's giving you, like, an expectation. Like, okay, the linebackers are pretty good. Secondary is eh. But then the free safety is a 66, and the strong safety is a 60. So that's what we're looking for. Now, what I want to look at is, I want to see dev traits. We're coming back to Bobenmeyer. I don't want to do him first. This guy's an impact. DeMarco is an impact 66 overall quarterback. What about Bunting? He's normal. Bunting, you're going to be 4th on the depth chart. Actually, it'll be 3rd, and I'll probably redshirt DeMarco. Okay, Azur. Impact. Cool. 90 speed. So he'll be... What are these guys? Are these guys just normal? Oh, this guy's going to transfer anyways. I'll go ahead and put Azur over these 2. You're not going to be around very long. 55 overall. You're just here to fill space. Now, Bostic is normal. Sounds about right. What about Ball? He's impact. So Ball is actually going to be the starter. We didn't even scout him. All right, Toran is the only wide receiver we got. He's a normal dev trait, nothing special. Cherry. Impact. But I'm more interested in Qualls here. Star. Yep. That's why he's our number 1. Vaughn's normal. Everett's normal. Alright. Vereen, I think you're going to be normal. He's star development. 65 overall freshman. But there's a senior in front. What's this guy? This guy's normal. So honestly, even though he's better overall, I might redshirt Vereen. And hope for some good training results, because he has a chance to jump. Didn't Nelson used to have a face? No, Nelson's a different guy. Who's this guy? He's a normal dev trade. We don't have to worry about him. Why did Song jump so high? He's normal development. I don't understand. Alright, so Forrest was an impact. And Kegler is also impact. Fredrickson, you were a bust, so he should be normal, yeah? Yeah, he's normal. Kearns was also a bust? Yep, he's normal. Younger is impact. And our right tackle here is impact. So good offensive line. We're definitely going to want to go for that. Even though Fredrickson and Kearns are both normal development, I'll go ahead and they'll be starting for us. Boozer, he's impact. All right, D tackles. Cherry, you're impact. Pelshak is impact. And you should be normal because you're a bust. Yep. Here's what I'm excited. Irving, star. Yup. Yup. Kugbela is normal. No new cornerbacks. Free safeties. Star develop. Oh, it's Allen. It does that sometimes. I scroll down, but I don't let it catch up. And I'm like, oh, star. Impact. That's nothing to complain about. And Santiago. Normal development. Just for ha-has. Impact punter. And a normal punter. He's a kickoff specialist. That's fine. But now, Bobin Moyer. What are you going to be? Watch him just be normal development and it's all disappointing. Star. Perfect. Perfect. No one elite, but that's fine. Star development at quarterback is amazing. I'm going to make you a captain. I don't know how many captains we're allowed to have, but you will be one. You absolutely have to be one, Ragsdale. I feel like I have to make sides of team captain as well. Yep, Irving, team captain. I don't know if I have any more room. I don't know how many captains I can have. I'll have to look that up. And then the initial recruiting board, I will take care of that off camera. So we'll just take a look at our schedule here. So Western Michigan. Okay, that's interesting. We get Army and Navy this year. Okay, I need to put SMU on the schedule. I guess we can take on Washington State, Western Michigan. I don't know, like... Do I want to take Western Michigan on? I don't want anything to do with the Pandas. I want nothing to do with the Pandas. The Astronauts are apparently the worst team. I don't want anything to do with them. You know what? Let's go take on the Emus if we're going to take one of the Michigan teams. I want to see this gray field. I haven't seen it in action yet. Take on Sam Houston, and I think that's... Yeah, it's all conference games. So I think Sam Houston... Got to keep the Texas teams going. Washington State, can I replace them with someone better? Who do I want to see? We're going to go at Oklahoma State. For one good reason. I hate their home field in NCAA 14. And I want to see if it's any better. We're going to open completely on the road. We're not going to make our home debut until SMU in week 5. And that's fine. Do I have an even split? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we're going to start 3 straight road games. Because I can't change Temple here. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Yeah, I just want to see if I still hate Oklahoma State or if it was just the way the game had it. I want to see the gray fields. We need a rivalry game. And then Sam Houston, sure, just Texas. We're going to go 4 straight home games here. It's a little wild. And I can't move my bye weeks, otherwise I'd probably throw another one near the end of the season, but it's fine. All right, and otherwise, I think that will wrap this one up. I will go over rename players in the next episode. Unless I scrap that idea, which, considering I signed a lot of backups, I'm still going back and forth. So if you don't see any rename players, or I might just not list the people who are never going to see the field. I'll play it by ear, but you'll have an answer by now anyways. So that will wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, guys, I'm Shane. I'm out.